Hello dear travelers, I'm very happy to welcome you in my today's video and together to go for one more adventure. In this video I would like to give you my honest feedback about my stay in Kutabex beachfront hotel in Bali in Indonesia. I was here for 2 weeks in the hotel, so that makes me kind of an expert, and I would like to share with you my honest feedback. The reason to book this hotel is because I wanted to make sure that the hotel I will stay here in Bali really has beachfront, or at least its own private beach. But when I checked on Google Maps, it turns out that here the hotels in Bali, they don't have their own private beach, but most of the hotels that are located here along the beach, they have like in few meters in walking distance access to the public Kuta beach. So I watched few videos from the hotel on YouTube. I liked what I saw and I booked, I paid, and I waited my time to come here in the hotel. I came here in the hotel, and when I entered in the lobby, everything was fine, very friendly receptionist, and we went to the room. And when I go in a hotel, I always make a room review, so you will know, I will remember for the next time what was the deal. And so far everything was good until I checked the bed sheets, and the bed sheets, they were stained. The bed sheets, they had old stains, and the top for the blanket, this bed sheet had old stains, but you can see clearly that they were washed. But the mattress, the sheet that covers the mattress, had fresh stains. So I smelled, and I was very surprised to feel the smell of other people. So basically the housekeeping, they didn't change the bottom bed sheet. And I called the reception, I explained to them what is the deal, and they told me, "Madam, no problem, we'll give you another room just across the hall, the next room." And in the room, the new room, everything was okay. And because we were traveling for almost 26 hours and more, we were tired, and in the morning we woke up and I thought that it's still dark, because in the room was dark, so I thought it's still during the night, so we kept sleeping. It turns out, I never experienced that in my life, it turns out that the room doesn't have a window. Here I was really shocked. Okay, and I told to my husband, now let's go for breakfast, later we'll go for the beach, and later when we come back we will see what will be how we will feel in a room without a window, completely dark. So we went for breakfast, we went to the beach, everything was fine. We came back to the room, and I don't have anxiety or claustrophobia, or I don't have any of that. I don't have anything. And after a few moments, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I told him, I'm sorry, I simply cannot. I feel that something here squeezes my soul. A room without a window, that we have to change the room, absolutely. So I contacted the reception, I apologized for the inconvenience, and I told them, sorry people, but I will stay 2 weeks in this room. I really cannot stay 2 weeks in a room without window. So they returned us in our first room. The bed sheets, everything was changed, so far so good. And until I entered in the bathroom. The bathroom was clean, but you have to know that the rooms, they are very much worn out. So it doesn't matter how the housekeeping cleans, the rooms, they are worn out. Here, when I was in the hotel, I became close to one of the receptionists, and I asked her, please tell me what is the deal with the hotel, how old is the hotel, when for last time was renovated. She told me that until 2012 the building here was a shopping mall, but in 2012 was opened another shopping mall that took all of the customers, so they recycled this shopping mall into a hotel, and that's why half of the rooms, they don't have a window. And I said, okay, Thank you for the information. So we were in the room for 2 weeks. I'm very happy that actually I had this experience, so I will know what to add to my travel list for future. When you book, ask for a room with a window and ask for a room with a terrace, because if you are a day or two, for you definitely will not matter, but I was here for 2 weeks. I went every day to the beach. When I came back, I had bathing suits that were wet. I had 2 big towels that I brought from home to use on the beach. They were wet and I didn't have a place to dry them. Absolutely. So there is no room here in Kutabex that has the option to open the window or a balcony. From outside, when you see the hotel, you can see balconies. But I asked, obviously these rooms with balconies, they are used from the sister hotel. So when you book here, first, if it's no big deal for you, make sure that your room has a window, and definitely the window cannot be open because of security reasons and to save energy for the air condition. So that is the deal. The hotel, as I mentioned, when you go in the lobby, everything is nice and shiny and polished, and the staff is very friendly. They will help you by any means they can. If you use Google Translator, your language to Indonesian language, like 80% of the staff, not only here in the hotel, 80% of the people here in Indonesia, they don't speak English. Some basic English, but still with some translating app, everything is okay. That is about the hotel. The location of the hotel is 4 or 5 kilometers far from the airport, but it takes like 30 or more minutes to come from the airport to the hotel or to go back. The reason is that the traffic here in Bali is, I have never seen such traffic in my life. I haven't seen such traffic in Amsterdam, in Brussels, in Paris. I have never seen such traffic. So if you want and you book, let's say you book a day trip, let's say from here to go to the monkey forest, that is roughly 60 kilometers. Yeah, pretty much 60 kilometers. And Google app will give you 2.5 hours or so. When I saw that for first time, I thought Google Maps has some kind of mistake. It turns out that on the roads, you cannot drive faster than 40 to 55 kilometers per hour because of the traffic. Even if you want to drive faster, that is impossible. There are scooters everywhere, there are cars everywhere, very small small streets, and the streets, as our first driver said, our streets are like snakes, like that, so you cannot speed if your road is like a snake. So keep that in mind, that the traffic is above imagination. The location of the hotel is very good location. When you go out of the hotel, you will go, if you go right, you will reach to Beach Walk Mall, very beautiful mall. When you go out of the hotel and you take left, you have hotel, you have another hotel, later you have Starbucks, later you have Pizza Hut, later you continue, you have Hard Rock Hotel, later you have Hard Rock Cafe, later you have souvenir store for Hard Rock Hotel. They are a little bit different. If you are worried that when you book in Kutabex only breakfast and what you are going to do about lunch and dinner, don't worry, the locals, they have you covered. Here in Kuta, when you go on the street, here is a restaurant, here is a spa, here is a restaurant, here is a spa, here is a restaurant, here is a souvenir shop. And again, I will not recommend you certain restaurants, because I had my dinners in different places, room service from the hotel included. All the restaurants, the staff is very friendly, the food is very delicious, and it's very good value for the money. So all the restaurants, they became my favorite. all the stuff, they became my favorite, and I really love it. Even now, in the last 3 days, we ordered room service from here from the hotel, and I myself have worked in hotels many years ago, and I warned my husband, okay, let's order now room service, because they are always, that's the rule of thumb, room service to be really very slow, and after between 1 hour and 1 hour and a half, when we will be hungry, we'll receive our meal. Surprise, here the meal in Kutabex, the room service arrived within 15 minutes. It was fresh, it was freshly prepared. I was shocked, and that's why for 3 evenings in a row we ordered room service, and I love it. The breakfast in Kutabex Hotel. For 2 weeks in a row, the breakfast was on 80% exactly the same every single day. For 2 weeks, it was always the same. Here and there, a little bit, let's say this 20% change. But for the rest, was always the same. But here I have to tell you that the breakfast was very delicious. Across the street, you will go to the public beach. The public beach is free of charge, and there are vendors that can offer you a seat, a chair, and to offer you some drinks. Of course, you have to pay. There are few changing rooms and showers, but they are not close to each other. Let's say the one is here, the other changing room is after 2 or 3 kilometers. But yes, there are. But basically, if you need urgent toilet, definitely it will be way faster to go to your hotel or to your hotel room than to look for the changing room with the toilets. But they are very well maintained. The transportation here is, you can download the app Grab. They are reliable. When you go on the street, there are people with printed papers. We offer you daily trip for here, for there. Do you need a taxi? The other taxi transportation here is to rent a scooter, or to hire a scooter instead of car as a taxi. With the driver of the scooter, he will bring you somewhere, and you can order car or scooter from Grab. Or if you are happy with the services of certain taxi driver, just ask for his number, and for future, contact him, and he will bring you wherever you want. So dear travelers, here is the important moment where I will tell you about Kutabex Beachfront Hotel. It is good value for the money. That is 3-star hotel. The hotel, the rooms, they are crying for renovation. That is the hotel. The staff is very friendly. The breakfast is like always the same. And if I ever come back to Bali, will I book again here? I don't know yet. I really have no idea. Because not be able to open the window to bring your laundry outside, I know the bathing suits and the towels. I don't know, but I definitely fall in love here with the Balinese people, with the Balinese food, and the temples and everything. So definitely I will come back in Bali, but for the hotel, I'm not sure yet. So dear travelers, thank you very much for being with me today. I wish you a very good day. Stay healthy, stay positive, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao!